What's going on, guys? This is the one-man army, Mr. Easy for Life. Today I'm giving you guys another Blade and Soul video about the Lin Spirit Ruins dungeon. This is one of the big 4 dungeons that I was talking about on the Bowpipe video I posted out, I think like a week ago or something like that. I was talking about the big 4, and this is actually one of them right here, guys, the Lin Spirit Ruins. I'm running this with 4 people right now. And, you know, one of them is a pretty high-leveled warlock, and the other 2 are pretty much 47, just like me. And I was trying to get the weapon here today, because this is actually a dungeon that you need to run. This is the last blue dungeon that you need to run in order to get the weapon that you need to use to upgrade and break through your weapon to the final stage as of Act 3. So I thought I might show you guys that. Now, originally I was supposed to post out the weapon sequence path, and I'm very sorry I couldn't get that out to you guys today because I'm actually still working on it. Yeah, I really wanted to make this the weapon path guide video really well, like the quality and stuff like that, just give you guys as much information as I could. And so I'm still technically working on it, but please bear with me. The video will be posted out sometime this week. Do not fret. I'm not saying it's not gonna come out. It will come out this week. Sometimes this week, so just stay tuned, stay prepared, because it will be out this week. I promise you guys that for sure. So yeah, just give me a little bit more time. I'm gonna make it up to you guys, make it real nice and pretty. And so yeah, so the whole purpose why I wanted to show you guys this dungeon is not just because not only because that I wanted to show you guys what the Lin Spirit Ruins dungeon was like, how to run it and stuff like that, but also because I wanted to stress this topic to you guys about teamwork. Alright, teamwork is one of the biggest parts of Blade and Soul that I cannot stress enough towards you guys, that you guys need to absolutely have teamwork when it comes to picking your teammates, and just like all around, just like who you're gonna be choosing to play with and who you're putting your trust into when it comes to running these dungeons and these raids and stuff like that. I want to show you guys this because this battle that you're actually seeing right now, we're taking on the first boss, and I actually died right here, as well as the 2 other people on my team. They died, and I thought we were gonna go for a wipe. I said, okay, GG, we're gonna wipe, but unfortunately we just barely made it with the warlock. Thank God, the warlock being a couple levels higher, or a level or 2 higher than us, and having I think the warlock was actually rocking an Act 4 DLC weapon that we're not going to get till Act 4, which is pretty cool. So a little bit overpowered, which is nice, but honestly it didn't really work out. Okay, and I wanted to show you guys this is because the teamwork in this squad right here, I gotta say, I don't know, it was lacking a bit. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. We went into this dungeon expecting to go in and just, you know, go in guns blazing and everything, weapons blazing, whatever, and just take out the bosses. Simple as that, real easy, because it's a blue dungeon, right? You know, we were getting cocky, our egos were pretty high. We thought we got this, and we just barely made it to past the first boss. So yeah, unfortunately that happened. And so, you know, like I said, there was a lot of miscommunication, okay? There was so much miscommunication. We didn't know what the hell we were doing, for most of us did. And I remember this was actually when I recorded this, I remember that this was actually the first time that I ran this dungeon. You'll see at the end of this video that I actually get the achievement for running it for the first time. So I myself at the time didn't really know what the mechanics were. And I believe there was a Lin Blade Dancer, you see right there, Lin Blade Dancer. He didn't know what he was doing as well. And you know, the warlock didn't give us the time to explain the mechanics because they just assumed. And I even asked them too. I said, what's the mechanics for this dungeon? None of them replied, unfortunately. So I don't know. Like I said, there was a lot of miscommunication and the team didn't work out. So thank God that the Lin Blade Dancer actually had a few people on his guild that could come and help us. And that's just another thing that I wanted to share with you guys, is that, you know, remember when I posted up that Divine Ecstasy video, the introduction last week, there was a couple reasons why I wanted to post that out. Not only just to get our name out there, our guild name out there, but to show you guys that teamwork is definitely stressed when it comes to this you know, type of game. You know what I mean? Like, you can't. Sure, you can solo a few things here and there, but when it comes to the high-end endgame content kind of things, you know, we're talking about like Paul Warren's Raid, Bloody Shark Harbor, Spiral Labyrinth, all of that. You can't solo that, guys. I mean, you could, but you know, when the game releases, we're only going to be stuck with the Act 3 weapon. We're not going to have some Act 6 DLC weapon that's super overpowered and just like able to beat through these level 45 NPCs and stuff like that. You know, at the beginning of our journey, guys, we're gonna have to be depending on a lot of people, and the whole reason why I got the Divine Ecstasy video, like I said, not to only just to be able to get our name out there, but to show you guys that there are people out there willing to team up with people whom you've never even met before in real life. You, like I said, just willing to team up with you guys and just, you know, overall help each other out, put your trust into each other to get the job done. When it comes to running these dungeons, as you can see right there, we all died. We wiped. Okay? Like I said, there wasn't a whole lot of communication. I tried to go for the boss and, you know, freaking distract him and stuff like that. It didn't work out, so the Warlock ended up leaving, unfortunately. But this is about the time when we got two more people in from the Lin Blade Dancers Guild. They were 2 level 50s, so they were very nice enough to carry us through this. I think it took me about 4 tries before I actually got my weapon and was able to break through to the next stage, which was nice. It was nice of them to, you know, freaking help us out and just run us through the dungeon until we got our weapons, which is nice. And there's a few things that I wanted to show that actually happened in this video when it comes to teamwork. Is the team combos. You know what I mean? The combos. You'll see in a second, or in a few minutes here, that me and the Kung Fu Master, which is really awesome, both the support classes of the team. The Kung Fu Master was acting as a tank, while I was acting as the DPS support. We both went ahead and did a team combo, which is really cool, and I loved watching it over and over again. It's freaking sweet. But you know, that just emphasizes the topic even more, guys. You know, you may be able to solo a lot of the storyline content, but when it comes to the end game content, guys, you gotta realize that you will not be able to solo it your first time. You can't just go in there expecting to beat the boss, you know, like it's some kind of solo raid. No, not all the raids are frickin' Mushin Tower, which is required. Oh, and right there, there it is right there, by the way. There it is, that frickin' combo. Did you see that? Did you frickin' see that? That was sick. We got a frickin'... What happened was the Kung Fu Master pulled him in, and I was able to get my stomp move on there for a nice AoE. That was such a good combo right there. And we took those 3 guys out super fast. Of course, with the help of the DPS, of course. But that was freaking awesome, man. I love watching that. But anyway, back on topic. Having too much fun here. Yeah. So that stresses out the topic even more of teamwork. You know what I mean? Like I said, you can't just go in there and expecting to solo all these bosses by yourself. You know, depending how strong the game may make you look in your head. In reality, you got to come to think of, you know, you have to be real with yourself. You know, will you be able to take on these bosses or not? You know, you're gonna have to make that judgment for yourself. In most cases, and most times, you won't be able to, right? And that's just fine, because the game wasn't designed to be all soloable, or else it wouldn't have been an MMORPG. What does that stand for? Massive multiplayer online role-playing game. All right, massive multiplayer online. You know what I mean? So yeah, guys. Just, you know, to sum it all up, I'm saying is, teamwork is definitely required. You know, I used to come to these MMOs thinking that, oh man, I could solo this. I'm freaking Kirito from SAO. I work alone, you know, freaking solo all the bosses and all that. No, man, it's not like that at all. You know, you gotta be able to find your teammates. You need to find your group. And like I said, that's why I introduced you guys to Divine Ecstasy, because there is a guild out there willing to meet brand new people, next generation Blade & Soul players, and just willing to help you guys out when it comes to the storyline, you know. So yeah, guys, teamwork definitely stressed out. You need to find your teammates, and it's just overall, guys, it's fun to play with friends, okay? Meeting new people and all that, it is definitely fun to play with new people. By the way, excuse me for acting like a noob in this battle. This is my first time. At the time when I recorded this was the first time of me defeating these bosses, so I was running around wondering what the hell the mechanics were like. So yeah, excuse me for that. I'm very sorry, but we got through the battle. We won, and you know, that's all that matters in the end. Yeah, guys. Teamwork is definitely stressed out a lot, in my opinion. Find your teammates, meet new people, you know, and just overall get your guild going, or at least join a guild, because it's definitely something that you're not going to want to miss. If you end up, you know, at the end of the day too, if you don't end up joining a guild, or at least meeting people that'll help you out, or, you know, looking on forums trying to form a team, you're going to come to find out that things may be boring for you, you know. I mean, it may just be you, but in most cases, from what I've seen in these MMORPGs, is that a lot of people stick to the game longer when they're meeting new people and they're playing with friends. and just overall having a good time with each other, rather than soloing everything and just playing alone, you know, just no offense, but just running around as a loner. You know, they come to find out that things get a little bit boring because there's no one there to talk to. So yeah, and you know, you can blame me for that. You know, I'm guilty for that too. That's how I was in the beginning of when I first started playing out these games, because I didn't know. But you know, I've come to find out that, guys, teamwork is definitely stressed out. Find your teammates, find your guild, form a team. It's very, very important, of course, when it comes to playing this game, especially. As you can see, I got the achievement right there for getting the Lin Spirit Ruins run for the first time successfully. But yeah, guys, other than that, guys, please meet some people. And just overall, if you haven't already, go ahead and sign up for Divine X to see if you want to. I think at this time we have about less than 40 slots left for the in-game guild. So go ahead and sign up. Go to the page, let the leader know that you want to sign up. We'll take anyone. You don't have to be a veteran player. Just, you know, just if you overall want to be dedicated and you want to be loyal to this guild, you always want to have people to play with, as well as a team, a raid team, a PvP team, whatever. Go ahead and sign up, man. We're all friendly people. We're all friends there. Good vibes, whatnot. Alright, so yeah, guys, other than that, got a couple minutes left before I close up the video. Just wanted to ask you guys, for those of you who got invited to Alpha, how was it for you guys this weekend? Did some of you guys get through the story content and was able to get to the end game content? Let me know in the comment section below if you guys, whoever's been invited to Alpha, were you able to finally get to the Paul Warren raid, the Bloody Shark Harbor raid? And if you did, then how'd you like it? You know, how'd you like it so far? You know, after seeing a couple of my raid videos about that, how did the raid work out for you guys? You know, for your first time, and whether it be your first time or just like coming into it for the first time on the NA server, you know, how did that go for you guys? Honestly, in my opinion, I hope that went well for you. I really do hope that went well for you, and I hope Alpha was a great success for you guys, and I hope for the best for all of you who can't wait to play in beta. And you know, me personally, I wasn't able to get on Alpha this weekend. Unfortunately, I had a few things I needed to take care of with my sponsor, which sucks. But well, it doesn't really necessarily suck, but you know, it's just a shame I couldn't get any log on time. But that's okay, because we always got beta, and beta's gonna be awesome, man. Because we're gonna have so many people logging on, and just like overall, everyone's gonna be on beta, so it's gonna be overall a very good time. Anyways, guys, this video is coming to an end, and I hope all of you are having a very, very easy day. And stay tuned for more Blade & Soul content that come your way, as well as that weapon path video guide. Alright, stay tuned for that. Anyways, guys, I hope you're all having a very easy day. I love every single one of you Easy members out there, and Blade & Soul community members, or whatever. I love each and every one of you. You guys are my family, as I always say. And yeah, guys, anyways, this has been the One Man Army, Mr. Easy for Life, and I'm out. Peace!